Listening to Ryan Harris this past Sunday calling the Broncos game with the Colts, a big part of that Super Bowl 50 championship. Ryan is, once again, adding his experience to the Broncos preseason broadcast here on 9 News.
He doesn't know when to quit, so he joins us now live as well as we get ready for the Broncos and Packers on Sunday at Empower Field. Ryan, thanks a million for joining us. Let's talk about what we might see on Sunday and what we did see today. You've been through these joint practices and how they play out if they travel well to a preseason game. There's a pretty big difference between the two.
Well, the big thing about the joint practices is that you're going to get ones versus ones like the Broncos got today. And in those drills, specifically the final 2-minute drill, they worked against Jordan Love and that offense of the Packers that gained a yard during that drill. And oh, by the way, that's the Packers who went into Dallas and beat them in the playoffs last year and went to the divisional round. You also had plays being made by Riley Moss, the second-year corner out of Iowa, and you had excellent performance by the offense, again, only continuing what you saw from the preseason game. And that's what coaches are looking for at this point. They want to see if you can have one preseason game. That's great, but we need you to stack wins and stack that production. And so that's where the Broncos are building to for Sunday night.
Everyone asks about Bo Nix. It's all about Bo. Now, you spent most of your career, if plays were going well, you never saw the quarterback, right? He was behind you. But when you look at this guy, and when you look at the film of this guy, do you see the guy that Sean Payton wants him to be?
He absolutely is. He's got the accuracy, a historic 77.4% accuracy. You guys are newscasters. Are you 77% accurate all the time? Right?
No.
We would all love to
if
be.
If it talks about just forming sentences, no.
Right. And as a quarterback, what that means is that you are making quick decisions and getting the ball into the right receiver's hands. That's something Broncos fans have not seen since I was wearing pads with Peyton Manning and we won Super Bowl 50. So that experience coupled with an entire 61-game career in which each and every season Bo Nix started double-digit games, meaning he's healthy. You add that to the fact that he's overcome adversity, leaving Auburn and finding even more success at Auburn. He has all the tools to be successful. And specifically one play in the first preseason game, he had what they called a short side quarterback run option, meaning he's going to catch the ball and that running back's going to be his lead blocker. And the defenses are never prepared for that play. They ran that in the preseason, which means they have maybe 5 to 15 plays like that to use in the division against the Chiefs, the Raiders, and the Chargers. So Bo Nix has all the talent, all the tools, and Broncos country, you're going to have a great time watching him play.
Wow, you convinced me.
Well, we're looking forward to Sunday, and I know it's tough because you get giant rosters in these games, so you try to study up on everyone. I know you're a homework guy, but is your most difficult task on these games working with Steve Levy? I mean, carrying him through these broadcasts? Do you find that difficult?
You know, I love the work. I love the opportunity. And I have my doctorate in applied football mechanics and theory, right? So I can figure out the numbers. And for me, doing the Notre Dame broadcast, I often am able to see a player before they get to the NFL. A player like that for me is Audric Estime. We're number 37 for the first time in his career, but a running back for the Broncos. So I am able to do that. And you guys got to remember, I've been on the field when teams will try and put a new player with a new number in to try and confuse the offense. So I'm predisposed to figuring out who the right guys are, what their numbers are, and what they're supposed to do on that play.
Oh, you have so much love for your fellow Notre Damers. I know you'll make sure that Audric gets the benefit of the doubt. He looks great on the field. Ryan, thanks so much for taking a few minutes to join us. We look forward to seeing you on Sunday night for the Broncos and Packers. Thanks again.